What happens when Bart has a cow? Bart is sent to the farm by Homer. Here the kids all get to choose a calf. Bart chose a skinny calf. He fed milk into the calf's ears. With Mary's help, Bart learned to feed the calf. He would brand the name on a wooden tag and put it on the calf. Lou licked him happily. Bart tried to feed Lou a cake, but it refused. Bart would refuse it even when it wanted to eat. Bart taught Lou to swim like Marge taught Maggie to swim. They even brushed each other's hair. Gradually, Lou became very strong. It could even hit a sandbag standing up. Bart and Lou fell asleep. Mary saw them and tucked them in. When it came time to judge the calves, there was no doubt that Lou had won first place, but the price for first place was a trip to the slaughterhouse. At night, Bart couldn't sleep because he was worried, so he snuck into the cattle pen. He calls out to Lou, who emerges from the herd. Bart realizes it's gained weight from the growth hormone. It even licked Bart, and his arm immediately grows barbs. Bart opened the fence, but he couldn't pull Lou. That's when he saw the forklift. Bart used a forklift to pry a cow away. Then he took Lou and left. On the way, Lou got hung up in a tree. Bart had to back up to pick it up. Would you dare to drink organic juice made by Homer? Two friends of Homer's run a juice company. One day, they opened the door to find the juice spilled. After checking, the culprit was Homer's Frisbee. They were so angry and kicked Homer out. Homer felt very guilty about it. At night, he watched his sleeping friends, then snuck into the fruit field and started pulling carrots. And if he wasn't careful, he pulled out a mole. Homer poured the carrots into the machine and watched with great satisfaction as he processed the juice. Turning around, a group of moles retaliated against him. Early in the morning, Homer went to his friends. Looking at the empty fields, Homer told them the good news. At that moment, Willie drank his juice and saw a beautiful woman. He approached and scratched his face with a rake. And Barney had his juice. He saw the monster in the house. Flanders took a sip of juice while driving. When he looked up, saw two walking bears and two skeletons. And a hammer tried to kiss him. Old people who drink juice just giggle. The policeman drank the juice and sat in his chair and spun around. The sheriff took a sip and realized it had LSD in it, so the cops went into action. They had Homer at gunpoint, but Homer grabbed a handful of flowers and stuck them in the muzzle. A gunshot went off. Homer was lying in the hospital. What happens when Homer becomes a hippie? Homer and Abe go to a farm. Here, Abe tells the story of how little Homer used to play with the hippies. Abe wouldn't let little Homer be a hippie and dragged him away. Upon hearing this, Homer imagined what it would be like to be a hippie. That's when he saw the picture his mommy drew for him, and the poncho his mom had left behind. Homer took it and held it to his face. He decided to become a hippie, so he put the poncho on. Homer watched a reality show about hippies and took notes. He even put his feet up on the dining room table and burped. And won't let Marge wash his poncho. A frisbee hit two hippies. It was Homer. He kicked their ball into the pond. Then he put his arm around them and got in the car. Homer switched to the car's music program and grooved to it. He took out his horn when he passed Flanders. He put on a clown hat and climbed up into the sunroof of the car and yelled. The car pulled up next to Marge. She showed off Homer's oversized pants, causing the other hippies to snicker. They arrived at Springfield Elementary School, broke into the cafeteria where the students were eating, made the students leave. Finally, they went back to the farm.